What is it? What is it? What is this tool and what does it do? Hey guys, and welcome back to Sewing from Scratch. I am Kate. This is my YouTube channel where I share all the sewing information that I know, and I constantly learn more along the way and share that with you guys as well, because I feel like sewing is a practice and a journey, and it's not all about what you know, it's about what you learn and more about expressing yourself and kind of just figuring things out and creating this amazing online community where we can all learn new things and educate ourselves and hone our skills. And that's kind of what today's video is about. It's about sharing about this little guy right here. If that sounds really cool to you, I hope you hit that subscribe button and stick around, because that's me in a nutshell. I love to learn and I love to share everything I know, and I like the online sewing community. It is basically my best friend. So if you're looking to join and participate more, definitely head over to Instagram and follow a lot of really great hashtags, follow a lot of really great accounts, and you won't be disappointed, because this online community is really inspiring and uplifting all around. So this little guy right here came with my Ambition 610 right here. I have a video on this. If you guys are interested, I will link it in the description box. All it says in the manual about this is that it is a multi-purpose tool. As someone who kind of just figures things out on their own, I didn't use this. And these can be found on Amazon, and I will link some down below in my Amazon favorites shop, where I link everything that I love from Amazon. Can I say Amazon one more time? I don't even remember where it came up. I think I maybe saw it in a Facebook group that this little hole here is for changing needles. Blew my mind. Totally blew my mind. So now I use it all the time, and there's a few uses for it, and I will go over them with you now. So the three main ways that I know of to use this are: number one, for the needle changing. To remove the needle, you put this over your needle and then loosen it off, and the needle comes out. Just have this flat side where the flat side of the needle can go into, so that it holds it in there snugly, and then you'll have it orientated the right way, and then when you go to put it in, it does get it up far enough. To insert a needle, you just do the opposite. The next way that you can use it is for really bulky seams on your sewing machine. So for things like jeans, or if you're using a twin needle top stitching over seams, it'll be helpful for that too. Stuff like that. You just stick this behind the foot and kind of use it as a lever to hold it up so that the foot ends up being level, and then the machine is able to go over those seams more easily, and you don't get like bunching or anything. I will say on my machine, I do sometimes still get the error code that the machine needs to rest when I'm going over really bulky seams. For instance, when I was making masks recently. But this does help. If you don't have something like this, a needle case will work also. And the last way that I like to use it is to Oh, what flavor is that?
Tea.
What kind of tea?
It's pink.
Pink tea? I love pink tea. What? Another way I like to use this is actually on my cover stitch machine, and I have a video on that guy too. But I put it in the front of the foot when I'm going over seams, more so to push the fabric along so that it doesn't get bunched up under there, because I find that any seam, even if it's just 2 layers of jersey or something, they will get bunched up there. So it has helped me a lot for that, and that's probably what I use it for mostly. You just have to be really careful with this that you do not hit your needle with the tool, because you will break your needle. Trust me on this. So I put it out there in my Facebook groups on what you use this tool for, and I got a ton of replies. Most common were the changing the needle and hump jumper, but there's a couple more that I want to mention that were mentioned. So thank you everybody who replied to this video, and if you were one of the people who had no idea what it was for, I'm glad you're here and I hope you learned something new today, and share this with all your friends. Somebody said they use it for putting a foot on the machine. I'm not really sure how that would work, maybe just to hold it in place. If that was you, Joanne, leave me a comment and explain that more to me, because I am interested on how you used this guy to put a foot on your machine. Okay, Allison, you also said you use it for attaching feet. So tell me down below, how do you use this for attaching feet? I'm gonna do some testing here, but let me know. Somebody also commented that they use it for starting seams. So I think that would be actually a really good use too, is to push it along, especially with lighter weight fabric, so that your machine doesn't eat it. Another good way to prevent that is to hold this, the threads at the back of the machine instead of letting them get sucked in. Another way that you can use it is for buttons. So I'm assuming that this person means that they either hold it down with this or they use it as a spacer in between the button and the garment, so that there's room there for your loop or your fabric or whatever's going to be holding that button in place. Okay, so it does work for the button, but I would not recommend just hitting play with this. I would recommend using your hand wheel and cranking it manually. But it does work. Leaves a space there for room so that your garment doesn't get puckered with your buttons. Ooh, going over pleats, that's another good point. So instead of just like regular bulky seams, your pleats, you kind of want them to stay in place, not shift and stuff like that. So this would be great for that too. Someone else commented that it is helpful for turning corners when you're sewing, and I totally agree with that. It would be good to just kind of guide things along and push it instead of getting your fingers in there. I have used my tweezers for this as well. So there you have it, friends, a few ways to use that awesome little multi-tool in your sewing practice. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, did you know all of these uses already? Was this video a total waste for you, or did you learn something new? Thanks for watching. I hope you hit that subscribe button. Have a great week ahead, and we'll catch you on Thursday. Bye!
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife.